what I was going to do is, yeah, so Meghan and Prince Harry has just made a surprise. Well, today, I think it was March the 6th, this was reported, which was this morning, okay. So it would have been on the 5th that this appearance, I should think. So this was reported this morning, and Meghan Markle and Prince Harry just made a surprise joint appearance at We Day. Okay, We Day. Okay. So let's have a look. What does this mean? I mean, what is this We Day? Meghan Markle and Prince Harry just made a surprise joint, as I've said just now, at the We Day event at the SSE Arena, which is next to Wembley Stadium. That's quite near London, actually, Wembley. And We Day is described as an unparalleled event bringing together A-list celebrities, inspiring speakers and world leaders. Wow. Mixed with uplifting stories of change for real people. The charity seeks to end child labour and support international development. Well, that's really, really, really good, and a good cause, isn't it? As reported by royal commentator during during a speech at the We Day UK event, which encourages youth to take part in positive social change. Prince Harry shared a powerful quote by Martin Luther King. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Okay. I don't know what that was supposed to be aimed at, but anyway, I guess I don't know. What do you feel about that? I'll say that's again a powerful quote by Martin Luther King. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Right. Okay. So anyway, he did say that. He made a point of saying that. And he invited Meghan onto the stage here. So, which I'm just going to. It's so annoying when you can't find. Here it is. So I just play this for you. When he was at this event, I think it was yesterday. Yeah. I'll just start it again. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm now going to try and drag my wife on stage.
Going absolutely ballistic. The crowd. It's like her. And Meghan's just gone onto the stage.
Guys, I am with you, and we are with you. Get to work. Ladies and gentlemen, can we ask you to get on your...
Absolute crazy. Yeah, so she went up on the stage there, and the crowds went absolutely crazy. Lots of A-listers there, and you know, and that kind of thing, cheering Harry and Meghan on stage. So yeah, lots of charity events there, which is I suppose it is a really good cause, to be honest with you. Yeah, so let's have a look here, and I just want to. So yeah, it's this event that they attended, and just bear with me 1 minute. Just bear with me 1 minute here. Yeah, so I'm just going to look at your comments in a minute. I'm just bringing this up. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what people are thinking about this R. Kelly thing. I was quite shocked to see that, actually. It's not about the royals, but I was quite shocked to see about R. Kelly in the news today, and being interviewed, which he went absolutely ballistic about being accused of all of these things. I'm just trying to find it on here, but it just doesn't seem to want to do that. So anyway, let's have a look at your comments in a minute. Let's have a look at your comments. Yeah, so let's have a look here at your comments. I noticed that what might be a wee bit of a tiny bump. Catherine, okay, yes, at the anniversary event the other night. Did anybody notice? I didn't notice, but I do feel that she could be pregnant, in all honesty. Okay, and Angela, I only hope this is not like Beyonce stuff, idolizing Meghan, kind of Saturn worshipping. I pray Jesus blessed over the poor audience. Yeah, they did go quite a little bit kind of crazy, didn't they? Like they were kind of like superstars, and yeah. So let me have a look at this. So yeah, thank you for coming on here, and just having a look here of some kind of more news. But my computer keeps crashing, and I keep having problems with this today and yesterday. So I do apologise about this delay here. Okay. Well, it went on to the. Okay, so let me just having a look here, and the Duchess of Cambridge went to Blackpool, didn't she? She visited Blackpool. Was that today? And it just showing you her there in the pouring rain there. Okay, there's not an awful lot about any more kind of news here about the royal family as such. So let's have a look at your, and my computer's incredibly slow. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Ampox. Yeah. So let's have a look at your comments. I really hope that Eugenie will tell she is pregnant sometime. Yes. I actually do pick up as well that she's pregnant, but she cannot kind of share that news yet. So yeah, so let's have a look here at your comments. Oh, R. Kelly, yeah, yeah, has been known R. Kelly for years of his underage girls. Okay, there's a 5-part series on them, and him called Surviving R. Kelly. I think it's on Channel 5. Is that on Channel 5 tonight? Or is that another night? Do you know, it's the first time I heard of R. Kelly with that news. I don't she can't feel I don't feel Angela. She can't share a pregnancy until it's always Meghan is pregnant, so she has to wait until the baby's been, but the baby comes along and wait to actually announce that pregnancy. Yeah. So let's have a look here. Yeah, I'm kind of looking. There's not an awful lot of news. There's a Blackpool visit with Kate, and Down with Rain, and Meghan and Harry attend that event there. So kind of touching on other news here, which there was an interview today, and it showed R. Kelly get up and actually have this crazy kind of tantrum, and to me that shows that that he he acts like a child when a grown man has tantrums like that. It shows that he's a little bit infantile, and he can't sit down and have a reasonable conversation. So is that person have a mental kind of emotional age of like a 12-year-old? Who knows? Because that kind of person would go for younger, looking at a lot younger, which does not count. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate to be having sexual kind of kind of thing after girls of like 6 and 7. It's just disgusting. So let's have a look here. Yeah, so I actually feel okay, Tamara, I saw R. Kelly interview. He has been a predator of young. That's just awful, isn't it? I haven't seen that. Yeah, so yeah, apparently anyway, this is in the news today about R. Kelly, the R&B singer. I mean, I used to like R. Kelly many years ago, but not now. And it says here R. Kelly was taken into custody on Wednesday during a hearing in Chicago. The 52-year-old left the courtroom with lawyers through a different door than he had entered and wasn't cuffed. His ex-wife manager said Kelly hadn't made a child support payment that was due by late Tuesday. He was at the child support hearing while out on bail in a criminal case accusing him of sexually abusing 4 women years ago, including 3 underage. Goodness. R&B singer R. Kelly has been taken into custody. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I suppose you guys in America would have heard about before us lot here. I mean, that's just awful. I'm not going to go. And R. Kelly saying, "Oh, they're all lying. They're all lying." Uh, Kelly called his accusers liars and alleged that people are after him for his money. He told interviewer Gayle King that he never sexually abused women or controlled their lives. All of them are lying, Kelly said in segments of the interview broadcast Wednesday. I have been assassinated. Well, he's kind of going crazy over this. At one point during the interview, Kelly angrily stood up and started pacing, his voice breaking as he yelled, "I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life." Okay. Kelly was charged last month with 10 counts of aggravated sexual abuse, but he has denied wrongdoing. And oh my goodness. Well, I suppose it's not a shock for you guys that know him over there. Crazy, isn't it? So so let me just have a look here at your. Thank you for joining us, by the way, everybody. Really appreciate you. There's not an awful lot going on with Meghan and the royal family, sort of for the last day or so. So I thought I'd choose another subject that's in the news, which is. Thank you, Dominique, for your donation. Is Harry on drugs? Not just prescribed. Well, I know that he's been on and off marijuana, hasn't he, for years. And so I think he's I can't say on here whether he is or not, but I know that he's been on antidepressant drugs and that kind of thing. Marijuana, I think that's basically all I kind of know, but he does drink, or used to drink quite a lot, I feel. The reading that I did yesterday said that there are some kind of there are addictions with Harry. So I'd say yes, he is taking something. He's very, very, very kind of confident in front of the big crowds there at the there must have been, oh gosh, thousands in the audience at that Wembley kind of there. Okay, so let's, yeah, that's terrible about the R. Kelly thing. Oh, she had blood taken. So did Meghan have bloods taken? You see, somebody said that she had a bruised right hand. There. So let's have a look here. Just looking at your. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look. The girls that escaped said they were kept in a room with just a bucket, were not allowed to go to the toilet and had to ask to have food. Oh my, that's terrible. That is really bad. Well, I didn't know anything about. Well, I'd not read anything about that R. Kelly situation. I just found it a bit shocking. Let's have a look here. Thank you for your contributions here and your hello there. And Marco, there has been intense social media postings by many individuals here in the USA, basically shocked at what seemed to be doing in the royal family. It's like a rebound wave. Normally, Americans could not care less. Okay, that's interesting. Thank you for your comment. And Donna, I believe the plan was to start a family later. Jumped the start here. Well, I'm a bit kind of. Somebody said about the bruise on her right wrist, and if she's had bloods taken, if she's had any bloods taken, then that kind of. I didn't see a bruise myself. I did not see a bruise at all there. But if she's had blood tests taken, then it's kind of could she actually be actually carrying that baby? Is she, truly pregnant? If she's had bloods taken and she's got a bruise on her hand for kind of checks just to test her blood. Okay, what's that? Sandy Dog. I'm seriously thinking is substance abuse here, as they really do look out of it, and if dishevelled sometimes. I think I actually pick up that there is some kind of anesthetizing of this kind of stress that's around them. These stories that are surrounding them. Yeah. I think many of these A-listers do cocaine and that kind of thing. Yeah, I would say a little bit of recreational drugs. I feel, yeah, I do feel that Meghan did that kind of thing when she was younger, and so did Harry. So it's something that they would see as that they would do, as like a recreational thing, I feel. So I have got my cards. What I'm going to do is pull out some cards here. I did actually pull these cards out yesterday, and the addiction card did come out. So do Meghan and Harry actually take recreational drugs here, or do they take recreational drugs? I do get alcohol. I think they like a little bit of a drink. But they are trying to get clean. They are trying to get clean, and they are trying to detox. That's what I've got here. I think lots and lots of water to cleanse the body, detox of all toxins. That's what I'm getting here. I actually get here that they have moved on from the days of taking drugs. So now it's lots of like detox kind of. Then again, I did pull out the addiction card here. Okay, they do. Okay, I do get. On the one hand, they do this detox when they've overdone it with the alcohol and that kind of thing, and occasionally, just occasionally, they do have recreational drugs. Okay, just occasionally. It says, "Don't tell anybody." Shush. Don't tell anybody, but we do that very rare, very occasionally. We will do that. Yeah, there was. I did get that addiction card. There is. I think that they they do occasionally have recreational drugs, but for most of the time, they're detoxing with lots and lots of water and that kind of thing, a vegan diet kind of thing. Yeah, I'm confused too. Somebody told me about this bruised hand that Meghan had on stage when they this wee kind of, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it. The Queen did have a bruised hand, and I feel she'd had some bloods taken. That's why she'd got this bruised hand. But somebody said that they noticed Meghan had a bruise around her wrist on her right hand, but I didn't see that. And I don't know if anybody else saw that. Okay, that addiction and violence. Okay, let me see here. Can Prince Harry lose his temper? Can Prince Harry lose his temper? Somebody said here that Meghan had a bruise around her wrist. Okay, can Harry lose his temper? Can Harry lose his temper? Let's see here. When he can get overwhelmed by stress, I feel. He's a little bit different behind closed doors. He's a little bit different behind closed doors. You see, he's never lived with anybody before, has he, Harry? He's never. I think there may have been some conflict here about this lawyer situation. Was there conflict here after the lawyer situation? What is the bruise on the wrist here? Okay, something to do with this baby shower, and I don't know what. Something about this American kind of New York visit here. Okay, so. Well, that's quite interesting, isn't it? I mean, somebody said that. I never saw that bruise around her wrist. So can he be a little bit? Yeah, he does have his rages here, and he does have his temper tantrums. And I've mentioned this before, that he does have his temper tantrums. I hope he does not. Pull Meghan by the wrist like that, and that's not nice, is it? Okay. I didn't see any bruise on her wrist, but somebody mentioned that. So is Harry behind closed doors? Can he kind of get quite aggressive? Can he get aggressive behind closed doors? Can Harry get aggressive behind closed doors? I think he was a little bit angry that she's looking at her options here, and it is something to do with this New York trip. I think there's words like, well, why the hell did you marry me? If that's what you're thinking, that kind of thing, losing his temper. And I think that's why he said that those things in Morocco, is that baby even mine kind of thing? Oh, let's hide the pillow kind of thing. So what does Meghan do when he has a tantrum and a rage? What does Meghan do? Maybe this is the reason why she's actually gone and got some kind of advice, because he has these temper tantrums. So is this the reason why Meghan has gone to see a solicitor, because of Harry's mood swings here? Harry's mood swings. I mean, if he's off the drugs, yeah. If Meghan has said, you know, get off the antidepressants or the anti-anxiety drugs or antipsychotic drugs or whatever they are, he's going to go. Isn't he going to go loony? You know, isn't he going to go loony if Meghan tells him to get off the drugs that he's been prescribed? Is this the reason, because of the mood swings, that she went to see her lawyer? Has she seen a side of Harry that she's a bit wary of? Let's have a look. Well, they've got a baby on the way. And there is a sense of ownership here with Harry. There's a sense of ownership. He may accuse her of deception. He may accuse her of deception. I think that may come in the future. I think he may keep accusing her. Yeah, there's insanity here. There's insanity. He may be a little bit insane. And there is a sense of ownership. I get the insanity card here. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, I feel that he can kind of put his foot down, and he's starting. I feel he may start to put her in a place after the marriage. It's like ownership kind of thing. You know, that kind of thing when you get married and all of a sudden your husband changes into this kind of tyrant because, you know, you've got married and there's like this kind of ownership thing. Yeah, and Michelle, if he stopped his antidepressants, he will have mood swings. He will have some mood swings. I do get that here. I get, and especially her being pregnant, it feels like there's ownership, you know, you know, like being possessive. I get like being possessive, being possessive. I don't know whether that's from her or that's from him. So is there kind of a turbulent relationship here between, or is there going to be a turbulent relationship here between them both? Well, at the moment, it's a little bit kind of, the mood swings are being put down to the stress and the stress of moving to Frogmore Cottage and all of this. I do feel that Harry does blame Meghan for her demands, but he does lose his rag, and he does have his temper tantrums, and he would get his way. He would get his way. You know, all he has to do is go and tell the Queen, oh, you know, Meghan is she won't do as I tell her, and I'm you know, and Harry is used to getting his way. So all of that kind of in the mix here. So you know, maybe I'm picking up here that intuitively this may be the start of why Meghan, because she's seen these mood swings, why Meghan has approached her friends, and because I think it's more than the public. I think there's like an ownership, and kind of thing, which is I think he just kind of, she'll kind of say something like, well, we need to make sure, you know, like you do when you're organizing decorations and renovations and that kind of thing. She'll say something, well, I would like this the sofa to be over there, or what I would like is the drapes to be this colour. And on the one hand, he will say Meghan gets what Meghan wants, and then on the other hand, he'll suddenly say when she has an opinion of I would like this, I would like that, and I want this sorting out. All of a sudden, he would kind of shout at her and say, well, you know, I actually want my say in this. I actually want to do it. I'd like this and I'd like that. So he's kind of he's regaining his control here. And I think that's a little bit scary to Meghan, because there are these like little mood swings too, because he's either she's told him not to take his antidepressants, or that kind of thing, you know. So I do get little conflicts here, little tantrums. So and storming out, and like storming out of the room kind of thing. So let's have a look here. Funny how that's come through. I did actually predict that. I did predict that a while ago with his tantrums. Yeah, there is some issues there, and you may see this. You may see this on Meghan's face, like she can't say anything. Well, she cannot say anything in public, but she can't even say anything to Harry, and it's getting to the point where she can't say anything to like the royal family without being reprimanded. And you're going to see this. Her face is going to look like a little bit kind of unhappy. Because it's not just the public now, it's the royal family that are kind of bringing her down. Like I said, these men in grey suits are bringing her down, but also I feel that Harry's also jumped on that bandwagon of it's like control in a way. It's a little bit like control. Okay, let's have a look. I only saw clips of Charles's party at Susie. Meghan did look nice, but once again they had her baby bump hand holding moment. Yeah. Julie, my bet is that Harry knows she wants out, and he's doing everything she's crying for. So, well, I would think the way that I pick up Harry, I don't feel he's that much of a walkover, in all honesty. I feel that Harry has been a little bit spoiled, and he does get what he wants. And he has been to Eton, you know, all these kind of spoilt brat schooling, you know. So I actually don't feel that Harry is that much of a walkover. He has been brought up to be very vocal and to, you know, to say how he feels, to get things done. I feel he's not been brought up to stand in anybody's kind of shadow, or any woman's kind of authority, not at all. So there's only so far that Harry would do this, and then I feel that even Harry's true kind of colours would come through after a while, and he would kind of I also get that Harry would shout Meghan down, and here. So and I don't feel that Meghan expected this. Because I think William would be able to tell you about these episodes, because William and Harry have had some huge rows, okay? huge rows and fallouts, but they make it up afterwards. William knows that his brother is can be difficult at times, and they do butt heads. So there is, he's not that much of a walkover, is Harry. I mean, he's been in the Royal Marines for goodness sake. He's not going to let anybody, start pushing him around and tell him how to do things here. And that is going to, I feel intuitively, that's going to be a little bit of a surprise for her, for Meghan, that he's actually stamping his authority. And he's going to be himself like he is with William, and all these tantrums, all these little outbursts, these rages, and all of that slamming doors kind of thing. So that's what I'm picking up. That's interesting, isn't it, guys? Let's have a look. Michelle Marshall. Hello, Michelle. There have been insiders who say that she wanted him to stop antidepressants. Well, that's foolish. He may have bipolar, and if you stop the antidepressants, he will just have massive mood swings. And even T, don't understand that, but part of narcissistic control, I agree. Harry may be wanting equal partnership. Yeah, I think he's not going to. No, he's not going to let any. Come on, Harry is not going to let anybody push him around. Okay, he's very kind of a front man too, and he will start to put her in a place. So let's have a look here. Is Harry starting to really shout at Meghan here? And this is the way I feel. This is the way Harry is. He's nice for so long, but then after a while he would revert back to. I mean, why do you think he's on these anxiety drugs and these antidepressants? And also paranoia. Yeah, paranoia, possessiveness, all of this kind of thing. So what is he like with Meghan? What is he like with Meghan? What is he like? He feels alive with Meghan, and this is how he feels. Meghan makes him feel alive, and again, this could be like an addictive kind of relationship. They do share these recreational drugs here as well. Yeah, I do get that. So how is this going to go with Harry? Is he going to actually show his true colours of how he can lose his temper? And I see him going kind of very red in the face with rage, that kind of thing. And he gets away with it because he's Harry. Well, there's money involved here. She's pregnant. He does lose it a little bit here. He feels it's the pressure. It's the pressure and the deception. He doesn't like the fact that she's looking at deceiving him here in terms of her future. And this paranoia over this paranoia. Can you remember that film? I don't know, not that film, that series of the Tudors, where Henry VIII was so paranoid, wasn't he, of his wives, and he was so paranoid of Anne Boleyn that it kind of drove him crazy. It's that kind of paranoia that he feels like that she's doing things behind his back, that she's arranging things behind his back, and all of this. And it's this kind of paranoia here. Okay, Carol. Bruising was due to losing the key to the handcuffs. Oh my, as we all know. Yeah. Who had the bruise? Was it Harry or was it goodness? Tamara, hello Tamara. I get the impression that there is a lot of objects thrown at one another, absolute mayhem. Their apartment must be a battleground. I feel that what I'm getting here intuitively, I feel that Meghan it is very strong. She does have strong opinions, and she wants it her way. And I feel that Harry let her have her way. Meghan gets what Meghan wants. He was getting what he wanted. Lots of gymnastics in the bedroom, and he at that stage. But I think it's coming out of that kind of infatuation stage as it does, and it's entering a power struggle stage now. And this is where Harry is not having none of it, and that's what I get here intuitively. I think she's quite shocked at his kind of teeth shattering kind of rages, or all of a sudden it's like a ton of bricks descends from above, and it's like it's a bit scary because Meghan, I mean, he's a royal member of the family, and she's getting reprimanded by him, and she can't say anything back, and that's how she will feel. And he has his say, and he's starting to think to himself, no, I want equal power in this relationship. And when she has an opinion, he actually opposes the opinion just for the sheer hell of it, because he wants to have equal power. That's what happens in relationships, and then they stabilize out, so has been deceiving him from the beginning. Yeah, I think after a while you let it go for a while, and then you think, no, I'm not putting up with this. I'm going to say what I feel now. We've got over that lovey-dovey stage and that romantic stage. This is real life, and you have to listen to me as much as I have to listen to you, kind of thing. So I think we've reached that stage at the moment, and I think that Meghan is quite surprised of this, and also the temper, the tantrums, the mood swings as well. A little bit scared of them, kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up intuitively here, which is quite interesting. So let's have a look here. Didn't expect that to come through, but it has. My husband would never have married a woman who had been sleeping around as much as MM did. Well, this is it, the paranoia. I mean, she's very sexy and all of this, but after that sex part of the relationship, it's kind of faded a bit, and it gets into everyday life, and then there's a baby there coming between them. That's when the paranoia kicks in. What did you do before we met, and who was that guy that you were seeing before me, and all of these questions. Okay, let's have a look. I'll set up you're not welcome in our what's that? Okay. So let's have a look at. Thank you for coming here, by the way. I can see there's quite a few of you listening to the show. And again, I'm sorry for not showing my face. I just want to do a radio show this evening, and I do actually do show my face, you know, come on usually, but not, you know, I just fancied doing a radio chat really. So Sheila, the move to Frogmore is the Queen's pre and not getting the 20 Kensington Palace apartment. Yeah. Well, I don't feel that. I don't feel William wants. You know, they've had a fallout, haven't they? Although they are putting, you know, they are pretending that they've not had a fallout. But when William and Harry have a fallout, it takes a while for them to make up. You know, kiss and make up. It's not the first time they've had fallouts, but they, you know, Charles says to him, "Don't be silly, sort it out. You know, your brothers, and that kind of thing." So although they do fall out, there's a huge, strong bond between Harry and William that cannot be broken. And I feel that Meghan maybe thought that, oh gosh, you know, that we've got this separation here, and we're going to be moving to Frogmore, and William doesn't want to, and all this. But you know, William comes round in the end and makes up with his brother, and I feel that's what Meghan is kind of, you know, realizing now, that that William does kind of say, "Oh, okay, then, you know, let's just forget about it and move on." But they're both very spoiled. They're both quite stubborn, the pair of them. Okay. So when they do fall out, do William and Harry, and they don't. It's not serious. They make up in the end. Yeah, William may make up with Harry, but he will never like her. Well, again, you know, William is very protective of Harry. If we see it in that manner, that William is very protective of his brother, although there's lots of passionate fallouts and fights with them. He loves his brother, and he sees her as like, it's like that sibling kind of, you know, "Oh, you're going to take my brother away from me. You know, I don't like her. She's interfering with my close bond with my, you know, Harry's not the same as, you know, you've changed since you've met Meghan. You're not the same," you know, all these silly arguments. And this is what's been going on. It's because, you know, William likes to have a good old row, you know, even with Kate, but Kate kind of walks out of the room when he starts getting grumpy. But when Harry and William have a row, it's like, "Oh, get out of the way," and you know, they start having rages at each other. And it's partly to do with the stress of their duties and their positions in life, and all of that. But they do get over it. They do. They're very kind of strongly opinionated, both of them. That's not going to change. They've got lots of testosterone. That's not going to change. So it's not to be taken serious when Harry and William fall out. Okay, this feud. How many times have they had fallouts? I bet they would say, "Oh, hundreds of times we've had these big bust ups, but we're all, you know, we get back together. You know, that it's just a normal thing, you know, that we have these fallouts." But now it's about, you know, it's about Meghan, you know, what are you doing, Harry? Why have you chosen her, Harry? And it's like, it's one of those big rows that they normally have. But it's now got Meghan involved and that kind of thing. Yeah, it's partly to do with that. It's partly to do with the tantrums, the stubbornness, and all of this. And Harry's saying, "Look, Harry is saying, look, I've chosen this woman. She's chosen me, regardless if she's a commoner, regardless of a crazy, toxic family. I have chosen Meghan, and I love her. And William is like, and then he's thinking, well, I actually love Kate, and she was a commoner, and we had our ups and downs too. So he's kind of coming around to it. But there are kind of questions of, you need to get yourself sorted out. That's the way he speaks to his brother. They're brothers. They're brothers, like any brothers, William will turn around and say, look, you need to get yourself sorted out, Harry. What the hell are you doing? And that's how he speaks to his brother. And that might be abnormal for some of us, but when you've got like the future King of England, and you've got somebody like a spoilt brat like Harry, who get into a big kind of argument, get out of the way. That's what I would suggest, is get out of the way when they start to have a row, and they sort it out in the end. I feel they know that. And so their dad, Charles, at this 50th anniversary, has knocked their heads together and said, look, boys, get on with it, make up, and we've got to stand together, stop all this stupidness. And they're two spoilt little boys. Oh, I don't want to make it up with him. I've fallen out with him, and all of this kind of thing. It's like two little kids, really. So that's what I pick up. They're very close. William and Harry are very close. They would have a big row, and the next day they'd be playing polo together. It doesn't mean anything. I think he just got involved with, Harry loves this woman, and William said, what the hell are you doing with a Hollywood blooming star? What are you doing, Harry? And it's kind of he's not having it. Harry's not having it. He's put his man pants on. I'm not having you talk to my wife like that, blah 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 kind of thing. And he's put his big man pants on, and he's protecting his wife, and that kind of thing. So I guess William is thinking, well, he's a man and he's protecting his wife and he's got a family on the way. I've got to accept it. I've got to let my brother go. And I love him so dearly, but I've got to let him go. To be honest with you, William's never going to let Harry go. William will never let him go. If anything happened between Meghan and Harry, William would be there for Harry, no doubt. Okay. And he's always helping him, advising him, and all of this. Okay. So let's have a look at your comments here. I didn't expect this to go down this road, but it has. And we love those two boys, don't we, really? Yes, it seems tense at the party, except for other guests who seemed more entertaining. Many were staring at MM. Do you know, I haven't seen any footage of that at all. Thank you, Susie. I will have to have a look at that. Katie Marie. All the Markles got was they were awful, jealous, etc. Well, they were, weren't they? But now you all know why her brother begged the royal family to be careful, as she will destroy them. I don't think she's that powerful. That's kind of saying that this B-lister actress is that powerful. I don't think she's that powerful, to be honest. And Alicia, this could be the demise of the British royals. Will never be the same again. Well, I must admit that we kind of event there where Harry got on stage and he did that great speech. And when Meghan got on stage, it was like a frenzy. It was like a pop star kind of energy rather than a royal energy. It was like a pop star energy, and a celebrity kind of energy rather than a royal family energy. And I thought this is what they were trying to steer away from. But you know, what do they do? What do the royal family do about it? I mean, apart from advise, if it gets any worse, they will have to give this ultimatum. You know, you either calm this down and be a royal, or you go towards a life in Hollywood. You know, decide what you want to do. Although I don't feel that Prince William really wants to lose his brother in that sense. Hello, Laurie. Yvonne, Gayle King interviewed R. Kelly. I know. I saw that. And I used to like R. Kelly here in the US, and he went ballistic in the interview. Yeah. He's an abuser, and it was probably, yeah, that's just, yeah, I found that quite shocking. And also that interview, she actually said, Gayle King, she said, yes, but there's been reports that you have abused children, 7-year-olds, and he went crazy, didn't he? He went crazy. I think he's a damaged soul, let's put it that way. If you know, he was actually acting, again, he was having a tantrum like a 6-year-old, you know, and there's issues. I feel there's issues there, absolutely issues there. Yeah, I used to like R. Kelly, but that makes me feel sick, absolutely sick. Okay, Stephanie, let's have a look at your, there is no comparison to Kate or MM's background. Kate was highly sophisticated and comes from a prominent family, yeah. I mean, could you imagine the Middletons talking like that about Kate? Not in a million years, you know. They're so protective of Kate. MM can't hold a candle to her. No one knew she was in America when she was, really. Yeah, I think the Queen was avoiding her at that anniversary because she keeps doing things like this, doesn't she? So, well, I must admit I like Kate very much. I actually feel for Meghan in ways of getting caught up with this royal family situation. Like I said, if she'd have chosen just a millionaire that was out of the public eye, world stage, I feel she wouldn't have had all of this, and she would have had children, and she would have had the money that she wanted and the lifestyle without all of this rubbish. So in a way, I feel, you know, everybody's got their crazy families. And although I'm not sure most families would do that and embarrass in front of the world like that's just cruel, you know. So I don't think any of this would have happened if Meghan had met like a businessman and said to this businessman, you know, I've disowned my family. They're just so, you know, they're just so damn blooming. I don't get on with them. I'm not on the same page as them. They're just after money. I think if she'd met a millionaire, they would have said, well, you know, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know, kind of thing, and leave it at that. They wouldn't have had all this craziness going on, this circus. So it is partly to blame that she entered the royal family. Okay. that all of this has happened. It's not real, you know. She could have avoided this if she'd married somebody else. And I do feel that Harry's aware of this. You know, Harry's aware that that if she hadn't invented the royal family, it wouldn't have been like this. Yeah, and you know, any of us, anybody, any of us commoners entering the royal, we would have had dirt dug up from God knows how many years ago. And we've all got something, you know, in the closet, maybe, I don't know, or a member of the family who's got something in the closet. So all of that would have been dug up, you know. So I don't think, I would never like to get involved with anybody in the royal family. I'm sure it would be a nightmare, it really would. Okay. Yeah, thank you for your comments, by the way. They're just amazing, and you're all amazing. You really are. And, you know, every comment here is so interesting. Let's have a look. Jay Cripps. Hi, Yvonne. Not up to staying, but wanted to wish you all here a great night. Enjoy the reading. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry you can't stay. Yeah, so although there's not been much in the news, I have picked up that that Harry is kind of gaining his strength here and getting back to his normal self, which his normal self is throwing tantrums and being like a spoilt little brat. It's whether Meghan can put up with that, really. And you know, he will have the last say. And that will be becoming more apparent over time. And coming off those antidepressants or whatever they are, anxiety, antipsychotic drugs, is really not a great idea. That's going to really, you know, something would trigger him so easily, and he'd just go into this crazy kind of episode, I feel. So let's have a look here. Yeah, I feel that there's a number of things going on here. There's something wrong with somebody in this relationship. There's something wrong with their health, their mental health, I feel. And they're on, I feel it's Harry, and I feel they're on regular kind of prescriptions here, prescription drugs here, to balance this person's health. I feel this is Harry. I feel it's his mental health. And maybe I feel, well, what I'm picking up here intuitively, this is also affecting Meghan's health now. Let's have a look here. I do get that Harry's hard work. Harry is hard work. Not at the beginning when you don't know him, like in the stages of the love stages of a relationship. I'm talking about when you get to know him and all of that's gone by the by. I think most girlfriends run a mile, you know, they run a mile and say, no thanks, Harry, I've seen what I need to see, I'm not sticking around, kind of thing. And I think, I do feel that this is where Meghan is at. She's kind of seen it now. She's seen the you know, she's seen all the strings here. Oh my. Let's have a look here. Tell me the Queen doesn't have sense of humour. First given the title Dumbarton. I had to laugh at that as well. That, yeah, I mean, what does that say? What does that say to give that boy, their son, the title of what is it, Duke of Dumbarton or something? Yeah. I mean, where is Dumbarton? Is it in Scotland? Um, then sent away to live in Wally Simpson's graveyard. Yeah. 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 Well, I think that's the message, don't you? That is like the royal sense of humour. Um, what does that say about Harry? You know, um, I think that feels that now that she's been in the royal family, she can divorce Harry, take her child. I think most women don't stay with Harry. They don't stay with him. I'm picking up here. I'm not being awful, but I'm picking up intuitively. Most of his girlfriends don't stick around because he's spoiled and he's got a little bit. He's stubborn, and he's got a little bit of like a tantrum kind of thing going on. And he jokes around, pathetic, really. Um, okay. Feels that divorcing Harry, take her child and move to New York and go back to acting. Going to be a Hollywood A-lister. Actually, if she went back to acting, I don't think she would. I think she would be more of a serious actress. That's what I pick up. I think she's more interested in being like a classical actress, like on the like a play or something, rather than on the big screen. Do you know what I mean? So people will. I don't know if you get in Broadway, in New York Broadway, you get like plays, you know, serious plays. I feel that she may, if that came to pass, which I see this in about 10 years, that she may have parts in like classical acting roles rather than the big screen. But you know, it's going to be like these theatres will be absolutely packed out because she's actually playing this role. So I can actually see that, but not her on like a big screen kind of thing. But I think she will do it because she's an actress, and if she did go back to acting in that way, she would do something like Hamlet or something like that, you know, and or Othello or something like Shakespeare, and not something that's you know, and there'll be lots of people like will buy tickets to go and see, but I think not on the big screen. I think she'll do it because she loves acting and she'd like to do classical acting. Yeah, yeah, I do get that. In fact, I don't really blame Meghan. I'm being very soft on Meghan at the moment because I don't blame her. You know, like I said, if she'd married some kind of millionaire and who would have encouraged her to keep acting and doing her work, kind of thing, that wouldn't have been like it is now, and she wouldn't have maybe had to cope with some kind of Peter Pan who's not grown up, who still still has his acts out and has tantrums, and you know, so that's what I get here. So I don't really, you know, I'm kind of softening a little bit towards Meghan. I see it for what it is, really, at the moment. And I have to say, she did look very nice at that at the you know, at the anniversary there. Yeah, Sheila White. Yeah, the Earl of Dumbarton. Yeah, I thought that was a dig, actually. Their son, and it is going to be a boy, is going to get the title of the Earl of Dumbarton. Do you know what? I'd say no, thank you, no thanks. I'm not going to call my son that. Um, you know, I wouldn't even care about the Earl. You know, I'd say no, I don't want that. One of the Duke of Sussex's lesser titles. Okay. Edward's son does something similar, Viscount or something. Okay. Yeah. I think if I think they should refuse that title. I think it's embarrassing. If I was Meghan, I'd say no, I don't want that title for our son. I'd kind of stand up to that. I would. And Sadie, Birdie, I would willingly. Sorry, you're talking to each other there. Sorry. So, Polly, hi. Maybe after is rid of her fake bump, the men in grey will step up the pace. I don't think they need to, because I think Harry's doing that job. Marco, the whole Frogmore area is a royal burial plot, literally. Victoria, George, etc., who give newlyweds you like house in a cemetery. Yeah, that's and there's a big pond there too, full of frogs. So and it's misty at night. Can you imagine? And all those great gravestones and all those kind of mausoleums or whatever they're called, and that all that misty kind of. It's not well lit either at night. Ugh. And you do have Broadway. I can't see her on Broadway though. Maybe off Broadway. I don't see her going on the big screen. I don't. I don't. If she did go back to America, I think she may do some acting roles, but not on broad. I feel not on the big screen or any series or anything like that. I think it would be very much on the boards, on acting, on in plays, kind of thing. Yeah, because she's the patron of the National Theatre, and which I did predict that actually, that she would get involved with that. Rubbing shoulders with classical actors, and also the Vic, isn't she? I can't remember what it's called now. The Vic. She's also a member of the patron of that too. So she's already having links with classical actresses and actors now. In Staples, okay. Ging, I thought Meghan was fighting. Sorry, where are we? Was fighting tears when they were all sitting in a row at investiture ceremonies. Really, I hope she realizes her mistake and get her salvation. Do you know, if she did decide to, in like say 3 or 4 years, to actually, I think the way she should do it is to actually back out very quietly and, take the money, whatever's offered, and back out quietly and dignified, very dignified. Don't go to the newspapers, don't get interviewed, don't do any of that. Take a leaf out of your mother's book, Doria, and live very kind of quietly, and also do these acting roles on Broadway in theatres, and gain your respect back. That's the way I feel that she should do that if she was to, because the tabloids are going to be chasing her everywhere, and if she did do that, to live in that kind of farmhouse in Malibu and make sure she gets plenty of security, and do some acting roles again, but more kind of classical acting, and gain her respect back, that's been taken away from her. And I think she would be okay. I really think she would be okay, if that did happen. Marco, Royal Theatre subscription went down by 40% after announcing patronages. Okay. They even made a website apologizing to subscribers that quit. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It really is. Let's have a look. Drew, yes, bipolar people can be very difficult to live with. Yes, they are. Okay, they're very difficult to live with. And if this is what Harry's got, which I think this is the case, they can be so difficult to live with. Imagine how difficult it would be for a bipolar person married to a narcissist. Huh. Oh my. Yeah, very difficult. Ending in divorce, I would say. And if they don't, if they've got the money, they don't need to be together, and it's proving so difficult and that kind of thing. I think, I don't know what I think anymore. I do look at Meghan, and her face doesn't look happy, and she's kind of trying to get through this. And I kind of feel a little bit kind of sorry for her of what's happening, because she was on top of the world in Suits, wasn't she, and getting interviews, and people kind of followed that series and all of that kind of thing. Diana, if was truly a feminist, she would have stood up for who she is as a woman, not easily given up her benefits and run off to marry a Prince Harry in such a rushed manner. Yeah, thank you for your comment. Hannah, she thinks she is better than anyone now. I bet she will be in movies. That was her plan in the first place. Thank you. And World on Fire, I agree, Sheila White. She won't be allowed to take that baby to the US. And Susie, Meghan needs to really find a way to turn this around for baby's sake. Yeah. I think, yes, I think they're going to crack down on the way things are going. But yeah, this has got to turn around in some way. I think she dressed really appropriately for that anniversary, to be honest. I thought she looked really nice, and maybe she was making an effort that way. Actually, Charles does really like her too. They do have a lot in common about humanitarian efforts and conservations. She was more interested in title and money. She was nearly 40. Is she really? Is that how old she is? I thought she was 37, but I don't know. The Queen has the custody of the kids, and yeah. Well, let's see what happens, because she may actually get, I think, rather than getting tired of the protocol, and I predicted this a long time ago, okay, I think she's going to get tired of Harry with his tantrums, and that's what most women who date him get tired of him, and that kind of thing. So let's see. It may not be the fact that she's breaking protocol. Maybe she won't break protocol. Maybe she'll start to be a duchess and trying to work it out with her father and her family. And it's Harry that's the difficult one to actually be with. So let's see how this goes. Sheila White. Yvonne, Charles has turned into something I don't understand. How could he being manipulated so easily? Yeah. Thank you for your comments. We've all got these comments here. she can take baby to the States. I bet she would throw a fit. I think she will be able to take the baby for visits to the States. As I get like a dual residency kind of thing. I saw a video a while back that said if were really a feminist, she would have talked about how educated Kate is, since has a bachelor's degree. Kate has a master's degree. Yes, Kate is very she's equal in education to William, absolutely, and that's a really good match. That's a really good match. They've both got master's degree. I think they both studied the same subject, didn't they? So they've got an awful lot in common. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for your comments, guys. Anybody new here, thank you for coming here. Okay, and you're welcome, and it's nice to see you. Layla, Yvonne, there's a video showing snapshots of different milestones in her life with items in the background that puts her at age 41. Okay, okay. And let's have a look here. Hannah, I think she will be bored. That's what they do. They leave after spent all the millions. Thank you for your comment. Robin, high school graduation picture in her white cap and gown and tassels was 95. 95, really, hanging on it. Okay. Yeah, I like William. I like Catherine. I like Carrie too. I do. William is smart. I think he never leaves his kids alone near I actually pick up here that about Meghan's future here. I'm going to just pull some cards out about Meghan's future, because I get if she did decide to go back to the States and see this, that she's not happy with Harry, as years go by, I feel she should actually take a leaf out of Doria's book and live very kind of privately and quietly. And like I said earlier, just do not do any of these kind of interviews or anything like that. Just keep out of the way. Because I do get for Meghan that she may look into like either a franchise thing or a business kind of proposition, or she may look into businesses like a franchise. And I get sort of, I don't know if, this is what I'm picking up intuitively. I don't think something like cosmetics or perfumes, like little shops, in like city centres, town centres, and there's like a franchise on a high street shops, and very kind of classy kind of makeup or cosmetics. I do get perfumes. I get perfumes here. I don't know what she's going to call. I don't think she's going to call it anything like Meghan's perfumes or anything like that. I think it's going to be something totally like wouldn't kind of relate it to her name. Something like I don't know. So I'm trying to think of the name here that she would call it. A little trendy kind of shop, like franchise shops here. I think she would call it something like Joby or something like that, or something a little bit trendy. where they've got, you've got assistants that are helping you uh, to show you the products, and that all very dressed very smartly. I get like in black, in a black skirt and a black blouse, and very kind of the whole shop is like in a white, and it's very classy little shops. I see her going into something like that, and it's something called I don't know. I'm not exact, but something trendy like I don't know, Joby or Joe Jojo or something. Very kind of even links to Africa kind of thing name. Links to an African name or something. Um, very trendy and very kind of nice. So I do see that with Meghan, and you don't even know it's her shops, but she owns that, this kind of thing. Okay, so I do see that in the future for her, opening these, having this kind of entrepreneurial kind of yeah, and that comes later on. I feel she wants to be like a businesswoman. I don't feel that she would go into like the big screen of acting or anything like that. I think she would do it like an invitation, like a hobby kind of thing. I see her more interested in like the yeah, like that kind of thing. So I'm picking out a card here. Yeah, so I think there is celebrations of this like franchise thing, and that's for her. Okay, that is for her future, and for her ambitions here. So that's what I get for Meghan and what she's thinking here for the future, which is interesting, really. Okay, so let's have a look at your comments here. Let's have a look at your comments. Gosh, I'm going to sneeze. Harry doesn't have an education. Yeah, this is why I think she might get a little bit tired of this, because there's not that, there isn't any of that kind of like professionalism, academic kind of conversation. When it comes to a college degree, yeah, he may feel as if she's putting him down, but he'll try to equal her opinions by being over vocal instead of being rational. A rational debate, he will say something ridiculous, and I feel that may kind of he may get angry that she does not agree. And she may actually think, "Oh my God, what am I doing here?" kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up intuitively. Like, but I think she would sort her life out absolutely. Eventually. So let's have a look at your comments. Yeah, thank you for being here, everybody. It's just great to share this channel with you guys. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, does she curtsy to Kate? I don't know. She's supposed to curtsy to Kate, isn't she? Or she will have to curtsy to Kate. Yeah. So let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Mary H. Yvonne, what do you feel about Kate? She has become more thin and looks washed out. Yeah, she does. I think that's to do with the stress of all of this preparing them for the next phase here. I mean, of the monarchy, and actually preparing William to become, like the title, isn't it, of the Prince of Wales. So and Charles is going to be the king. I don't know the hierarchy of all of this, but preparing Charles to be king, which is going to happen in 5 years. Already they've had this anniversary, just to remind everybody of that he's already had this ceremony. And I think it's the stress of, again, William can be quite difficult. He does, although he's a good man and he does love Kate and all of this, he does have his frustrations and I do feel that Kate kind of walks out of the room when he gets like that. But I feel that partly to do with this stress with Meghan and all of the all of the publications about them having this feud and all of this, and she didn't want to get involved with any of that. I don't feel that Kate wanted to get involved with any of that ridiculous circus, and she got hauled into it, and she felt very, very stressed over that because the Middletons have brought her up to, be kind of impeccable in that way with her behaviour, and it really, really distressed her because, I do feel that Kate kind of is very intelligent, and she would not do this at all. This behaviour. Um, Um, and she has become more thin, and I think it is all to do with these pressures and strains around her. Okay. I am kind of thinking that I actually picked up that she was pregnant and that she's having these morning sickness again, and this is what's making her look pale. She may, well, this is what I pick up, but she may or she may not. It's not written in stone, but I did pick up that she was actually pregnant and she was having this morning sickness again. So that could be that too. But I do get stress around her too, over Meghan, and they're trying to iron this out. They're trying to iron this out. I think I think they had a little private joke there at that anniversary there, and I feel that she tried to make light of it and said something to Meghan like, "Oh, at least we're not doing the duties," kind of thing to her, or something. Oh, that the dreaded duties, and kind of thing, and they had a little private giggle over that. So she was kind of saying, Kate was trying to say to her, "I'm kind of on your side, Meghan, and I know how difficult it is." But she's not advising her anymore because she just doesn't want to get the backlash from Meghan. But I think Meghan is making the effort. I do feel Meghan is making the effort. To be honest, she is trying and Kate, they're kind of realizing that the boys kind of do fall out, and that's what they do. Um, so okay, so yeah, so there is all of this going on. Um, so what we got here? Yeah, she did take her time, Miranda, before they had children. Um, okay, guys, so I've been on here quite a long time, about over almost 2 hours. Can you believe this? Can you believe that I've been on here almost 2 hours? Wow. And it goes so quick. And at first I thought, what am I going to talk about tonight? Because the only kind of news that about the royals was the Blackpool thing, and this going to this wee kind of event. So but I think this is the longest I've been on here, and it's nearly been 2 hours. Can you believe that? Vera, you absolutely true. Kate is stressful of the dramas. Yeah, lies, getting involved with all that rubbish. I know. It must have been very frightening, I feel, for Kate. She's quite quiet, isn't she? And she's quite shy. And she was bullied at school, wasn't she? She was bullied at school. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Okay. And I'm going to say, yeah, I've been on here nearly 2 hours. Wow. I'm going to say, because I've got some traveling to do tomorrow. I've got no live show tomorrow. Okay. Because I'm going to be traveling most of the day. Thank you for coming here. It's been a great live chat. And I will see you on Friday. So I should be back by then. And yeah, thank you, all you moderators, for being on here. All of you, you're all here tonight. And yeah, thank you. And thank you for your lovely comments. Thank you for the interaction. It's all been very interesting. And good night, everybody, and have a good evening. And you take care, everyone. And I will see you on Friday. And I hope that we'll have some juicy issues to talk about on Friday. Okay. And you take care. Bye for now, everyone. Bye. Bye. Bye.